Hi friends, welcome to the Evangelist Nick Garrett channel. To learn more about narrative apologetics, visit evangelistnickgarrett.com. Today we're continuing our study in the Ecclesiastical Church History by Eusebius of Nicomedia. Today we're in Book 4, Chapter 11, the Heresiarchs of the Age. These are people who wrote against heresies. This time period covers like the 130s to the year 200, and we're beginning a unit on a really special individual named Justin Martyr. Let me give you a little bit of background here and introduce some characters so it doesn't get too confusing. It starts out saying, "For Valentinus came to Rome under Hyginus, flourished under Pius, and remained until Anicetus." Well, Valentinus was the best known Gnostic of his time, right? Gnostic meaning, oh, I'm not just a Christian, I have a special knowledge of Christianity that not everybody has. Now, he was in Rome for roughly 13 years under the bishop Hyginus, and he flourished under that bishopric. And we learn about these individuals from Irenaeus, Tertullian, Clement. They confirm these individuals, these characters, these early heretics, and they date them from about 137 to 166 AD. Now, Marcion was a well-known heretic, and he was also in Rome during the time. Marcion's confession led to his banishment because of his doctrines. And one of the first writings of our key character, Justin Martyr, is against Marcion. Marcion is one of the first well-known heresies in the early church. And Justin is special because he didn't come from a Christian background. He came from a philosophical bent. He settles on Christianity because of his philosophical training, and it's the only faith that ends up making sense. So it's easy for him to see a writing like Marcion's writing coming a mile away. He used his platform as a philosopher to begin preaching, and he begins writing against Marcion's heresies while Marcion is still alive. In his role as a philosopher, Justin Martyr would write to the Roman Senate, he'd write to the emperor, and he wrote in forms called apologies. Just like in the Bible, Peter says we should always be prepared to make a defense of the faith, an apologia. Now listen to what it says in the book Against Heresies. And again, the first book he speaks as following concerning Sardon. A certain Sardon who had taken his system from the followers of Simon Magus. Remember him? So here we go. This is fascinating. Not only do we have heresies rising up out of the church, they come from the lineage of Simon Magus and his crew. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the videos we've done on Simon Magus. They are the counter to the goodness of the Christian movement. Anyway, they were followers of Simon and had come to Rome under Hyginus, the ninth in the episcopal succession from the apostles, taught that God proclaimed by the law and prophets was not the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. For the former was known by the latter, and the former was just, but the latter good. Marcion and Pontus succeeded Sardon and developed his doctrine, uttering shame and shameless blasphemies. Now the same Irenaeus unfolds with the greatest vigor the unfathomable abyss of Valentinus's errors in regard to the matter, and reveals his wickedness, the secret, the underhandedness, like a serpent lurking in its nest. And in addition to these men, he says that there was also another that lived in that age, Marcus by name, who was remarkably skilled in magic arts. Wow, Simon Magus, magic arts. And he describes also their unholy initiation and their abominable mysteries in the following words, quote, For some of them prepare a nuptial couch and perform a mystic rite with certain form of expression addressed to those who are being initiated. And they say that it is a spiritual marriage which is celebrated by them, after the likeness of the marriage above. But others led them to water, and while they baptized them, they repeat the following words: into the name of the unknown Father of the universe, in truth, the mother of all things, into the one that descended upon Jesus. Others repeat Hebrew names in order the better to confound those who are being initiated. But Hyginus, having died at the close of the 4th year of his episcopate, Pius succeeded him in the government of the Church of Rome. In Alexandria, Marcus was appointed pastor after Eumenes had filled the office 13 years in all. And Marcus, having died after holding 10 years, was succeeded by Saladian in the government of the Church of Alexandria. And in Rome, Pius died in the 15th year. And Anicetus assumed the leadership of the Christian life. Hegesippus records that he himself was in Rome at the time, and that he remained there until the episcopate of Eleutherus. But Justin was especially prominent in those days. In the guise of a philosopher, he preached the divine word and contended for the faith in his writings. He wrote also a work against Marcion, in which he states that the latter was alive at the time he wrote. He speaks as follows: and there was a certain Marcion in Pontus, who is even now still teaching his followers to think that there is some other God greater than the Creator. And by the aid of the demons, he has persuaded many of other races of men to utter blasphemy and to deny that the maker of this universe is the Father of Christ, and to confess that some other greater than he was the Creator. And all who followed them are, as we have said, called Christian, just as the name of philosophy is given to philosophers, although they may have no doctrines in common. To this he adds, and we have also written a work against all the heresies that have existed, which we will give to you if you wish to read it. But this same Justin contended most successfully against the Greeks, and addressed discourses containing an apology of our faith to the emperor Antonius called Pius, and to the Roman Senate, for he lived at Rome, but who and whence he was, he shows in his apology in the following words. On the next video, we're going to get into, word for word, the 2 apologies of Justin Martyr. Listen back to this to get the names if you need them. We essentially have a lot of characters rising on the stage that were pupils of Simon Magus that began to spread heresy and falsified information about the Christian world. And here comes Justin Martyr, the philosopher, the heresiarch, to defend the Christian faith. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me. I look forward to talking to you on the next one. If you can support via PayPal, please do. We also have Cash App and Venmo. Purchase a book I've written at amazon.com/author/nicholasdgarrett. You can support our work with a merch perch at our Teespring store. You can also join the channel at 3 membership levels. While the videos stay free, we have extra perks for those who join. Also visit EvangelistNickGarrett.com. You remain in my prayers, and friends, I hope I remain in your prayers. God bless you, and may your work today bear fruit.